Content warning. This video has been filmed while life continues on around me. You may hear a chihuahua snoring, phone noises, creaky chair sounds, desk shifting, humidifier running, and so on. I do my best to keep all the crazy distractions at bay, but sometimes we just have to go with the flow. I appreciate your understanding. Hello everyone, welcome to Conversations with Sakina and your weekly pick-a-card message from the Fairies. Take a look at the 3 different piles and choose the one you feel most drawn to. Timestamps are in the description box below. Enjoy your reading. Welcome Pile 1. Just a quick reminder that this is a general reading and may not fit for you. If you find this is the case, please consider choosing another pile or just passing whatever doesn't work for you on to someone else. Also, please like and subscribe. Okay, Pile 1, let's see what the fairies have to share with you for this week. We have the 10 of Cauldrons, or the 10 of Cups. We have the Magician. And we have Strength. Okay, so the first thing that I see here is a really happy home. And I feel like the fairies are saying they're very excited that you are either working on a fairy garden for them or you have the idea to create a fairy garden for them. And they are extremely pleased with this. For those who are working on it and are nearly completed, if the weather is holding, that is, the fairies are saying they are loving it. Okay, it's perfect. It's just the way they would like it to be. And they know that you've built it with love. Love for the fairies. They're also saying with the Magician that they have within this garden, you have provided everything that they could possibly need. But they're including a little bit of magical something into it too. They have specific gifts that they can use to add to this beautiful fairy garden. And they are telling you that they're adding a bit of their magic. Perhaps this is flowers that you don't remember planting that just seem to come up on their own. Or the flowers stay fresh longer or stay alive longer, things like that. They're sharing with you that they are going to help do this to keep this beautiful fairy garden a really happy place. And they will do most of their magic at night, as we see the moon here, because they don't usually allow themselves to be seen, but you will see various things going on in your garden if you are aware, if you're paying attention, like I said, to the special flowers perhaps that you remember not planting, just various, maybe a lot more honeybees, since honeybees seem to be a little scarce, hummingbirds perhaps, just things that you've maybe never had in your garden before. So pay attention to that because they are going to come and add their magic to things at night. Now, here is kind of a fun card, in a way. In a way, it's a fun card. They're going to tell you, or what they're sharing here with the Strength card is, if you can see this person peeking from behind the tree, this is you. If you are going to peek, they are going to give you an elusive image to see. Something creepy, perhaps, so that you don't want to look anymore. You don't want to watch. Because they want things to be beautiful in the daylight and for you to be surprised. So if you're watching and you're peeking, they're going to give you an image that you're not going to enjoy, just to try to deter you from spying on them as they're doing their magic. Also, though, this is a card to let you know that it is possible, and that there are fairies who are not necessarily the friendliest, and they would prefer this kind of energy not to be the energy that is entertained in this beautiful fairy garden that you have worked on or are working on or are thinking of working on. They want to make sure that it has the highest frequency possible. So they are making sure that through their magic, they are protecting this fairy garden from those you might prefer not to be a part of it. So they are protecting something that they enjoy, and they're protecting the frequency of this beautiful fairy garden. The not so friendly fairies, or there are ones that are destructive, they say, those are the ones that would lower the frequency and possibly, without the magic protection, would probably be quite a destructive force. So they are putting their protective power in there to make sure that the garden that you've worked so hard on and that they've shared in the building of is kept safe and sound and beautiful. So there you have it, pile 1. That is the message from the fairies for this week. Until next week, take care. Welcome, pile 2. Just a quick reminder that this is a general reading and may not fit for you. If you find this is the case, please consider choosing another pile or just passing whatever doesn't work for you on to someone else. Also, please like and subscribe. We would very much appreciate it as it helps the channel reach others. Okay, pile 2, let's see what the fairies have to share for this week. We have the World, we have the 5 of Cups, and we have the 5 of Pentacles. Okay, so what the fairies seem to be sharing for this week with the World card, they're saying that we're nearing an end of a cycle, or the world is nearing the end of a cycle, which I'm taking this to mean Mother Earth is nearing the end of a cycle. And you are being called by the fairies to help with the health of Mother Earth at this time. With the start of the new cycle, they need some assistance to determine what kind of assistance that you can give. They're asking that you take a moment to go out in nature and just sit. Sit and listen. Try to feel the emotion of Mother Earth. Here would be the emotion. Try to feel what her physical health is like. Can you feel how emotion is flowing from her? Can you feel that she's feeling a little sickly right now? Can you feel that she is really not breathing as she would normally breathe at the end of this cycle? Can you feel that she's not as warm as she would normally be at the end of this cycle? And I get those from the fact that the world is earth, obviously cups is water, and again earth. So we have water and earth, but we have no wind or no air, and we have no sun. So with no air, she's not breathing. With no sun, she's not as warm as she could be. So the fairies are asking for your help in cleaning up the waters of the earth and attempting to put a more green and vibrant energy into Mother Earth, and passing it on with your friends, bringing your friends in and having everyone add their frequency to the earth. the fairies will obviously be doing that as well, and so will all the other living creatures, because they can feel what's going on with Mother Earth. You maybe cannot at this moment or at this time, because earthly things kind of take over, and they do understand that to some degree. But if you could take the time to do this once a day, even to go out and sit with nature, or once a week if that's all you have, they would still appreciate it very much. And if you happen to see litter in the water, or you go outside and you stand in bare feet and you can feel slight tremors in Mother Earth, and I'm not saying earthquakes, I'm just saying you begin to feel her vibration, and you send a loving frequency into her, letting her know that you love her and you appreciate being alive on her at this time. That would help a great deal. That will make certain that her frequency begins to rise, which will benefit everyone. So that is the message from the fairies for this week, Pile 2. Until next week, take care. Welcome, Pile 3. Just a quick reminder that this is a general reading and may not fit for you. If you find this is the case, please consider choosing another pile or just passing whatever doesn't work for you on to someone else. Also, please like and subscribe. We would very much appreciate it, as it helps the channel to reach others. Okay, Pile 3, let's see what the fairies have to share with you for this week. We have the 5 of Challenges. We have the 5 of Visions. And we have the Weaver of Spells. If I could get that to, there it is. Focus. Okay, so the 5 of Challenges is the 5 of Swords. The 5 of Visions is the 5 of Cups, and the Weaver of Spells is the Queen of Wands. So the first thing that I'm noticing here is that with the Swords, which is air, the Visions, which is cups or water, and Spells, which is wands and fire, we have no earth here. So I feel as though the fairies are sharing, they're having a hard time feeling the earth. And they're letting you know that they are kind of on the warpath in a way right now. They knew that Mother Earth was resting up, and so they too rested up. But now, coming out of their hibernation or coming out of their brief rest, they're realizing that they're not feeling Mother Earth the way that they should be feeling her. As you can see, they're all connected through the roots of the trees, and they're just all connected in. So they would be able to feel that, whereas we may not. So being on the warpath, they're saying that in the fairy realm and the creature realm of the earth, emotions are running very, very high. And this is kind of a revving up of frequency, we're going to say. It is how they rev up their frequency so that they can become altogether an incredible creative force. Now, part of this happens when they cannot feel Mother Earth. This means that, this is the winter period. Everything kind of dies off and sits in hibernation. But now, their emotions are flowing high and things are beginning to turn green, at least if you're in the hemisphere where spring is coming up. They're feeling it. So now, coming together, and when they say on the warpath, This is what gives them fire and energy. It's what helps them breathe new life into Mother Earth. So their creative forces, they all come together to create this beautiful new world. And spring is basically a new cycle. So they're asking you, in telling you this, they are asking you to help with bringing in this new creative force. Join their creative force. And how do you do that? You breathe new life into Mother Earth. You raise your frequency. You plant whatever you plant to bring beauty to the earth and to help the creatures of the earth survive. So perhaps you will plant specific flowers that the honeybees absolutely love and that hummingbirds can pollinate and bring forth whatever that you have the power to do. So that what we end up with here is, since this is the Queen of Spells, we end up in the position of the king, the one who rules everything and has structured what needs to be structured to make Mother Earth extremely beautiful and a place that can sustain us and all who live on it, to make it a place of harmony where everything flows. So the fairies are saying, please join us. So that is the message from the fairies this week, Pile 3. Until next week, take care.